makeup. So I'm a little oily today. I look a little oily. Normally I have compact. So you could see, let's see, maybe is it too bright? It's okay. Is it okay like this? I think so. Oh, everybody. So today I am going, I don't know guys, can you see me? I think so. I think you can see me. Oh, hi, hello, Asian. Okay. I did make it public. I don't know if, so we'll see. Anyway, so I'm just gonna start. Okay, today it's kind of interesting. I'm interested in to see how this is going to go. Let's see, because so today, so let me just get my cards. So anyway, so today I want to talk about, I'm going to briefly discuss, welcome to the news today. I'm just kidding. So I wanted to talk about, for some reason, this whole situation that is happening in the Middle East. I have shared with some of you that there's a subject that I kind of enjoy studying, which is Hezbollah. Bizarre, right? Like, so, and I'm really obsessed about the Lebanese civil war. That's one of my favorite things, randomly, right? Like, so strange. So I don't even understand it. But then this conflict happened, and I was like, oh, let's talk about it. So no, because guys, I noticed over the weekend, I noticed two things happening. One is that I noticed a lot of talk about, I mean, to be fair, what is happening right now, right? We see that there's this invasion of Gaza, but also there's some support. There's rockets coming from Hezbollah, which is not new, right? The southern Lebanon. But then I noticed a lot of talk. First, Netanyahu saying, oh, we have to do something about Lebanon. And then also I noticed I thought this reminded me of what would happen in Ukraine, because we started seeing the news where saying that the U.S. intelligence agencies say that there's no interest from Iran in starting a war. And then there was also a headline saying, according to the IDF, which is the Israeli Defense Force, there's a lot of Hezbollah or something like Lebanon activity. So what I'm understanding here is that there is an effort to create a narrative to force, I think the U.S. in some way to get involved in this so that there's some activity, something happens in Lebanon. Okay, to me, it's pretty clear from the way, and I feel like, guys, it reminded me so much of what happened around 9/11. Remember, of course, I was here, 9/11. And we know the guy who did it was in Afghanistan or some cave somewhere, God knows where. But then when I don't remember exactly when Bush decided to go to Iraq. And I'm like, okay, Iraq, really? Okay, I'm not saying that there may have been some support for Hamas from Hezbollah, but to me, it feels a little strange, like there's some distraction or like another agenda at play here, okay? And that's what I'll talk about, because it's so interesting, guys, how sorry. So it's so, no, really, guys, it's so very interesting here. I find that there's no really how, and of course I'm not, technically, it's not like I have all the knowledge, obviously, and I may get some facts wrong. If I do, whatever, forgive me, but feel free to look up all this. But I thought it was so interesting how it's kind of coming back again, and they're relitigating this thing. And so my sense is, so just let me give you the summary of what I think is going to happen next in this situation, and what the drama, and then we'll talk about the details of like the historical context. Okay, so let me do the protection. Okay, so there was the horrific terrorist attacks on Israel by Hamas, and even I saw that there was some support from Hezbollah, but and then so the U.S. came out in support of Israel. Biden gave a speech, and Biden has also been saying for them to try to not make the mistake that we made on 9/11, right? To kind of like, I don't want to say exaggerate, but kind of go in a somewhat different direction. At least that's how I saw it. And then so I see this: the U.S. is taking a bigger role in trying to like push for the release of hostages, and I'm gonna say calm is not the word, but something like to do things with measure. And also, I see, but when I started seeing that from the US, clearly fed from the US agencies saying that, Iran does not, so I feel like there's some pressure to get the US into a war situation with Iran. I'm serious, like I know, I wouldn't say Iran really, but first with Hezbollah, and they're trying to equivalate all of those things in order to, like, I don't know why, distract from the horrible thing that's already happening with Hamas, but then to put all of them in the same boat. And how they're starting to say, like, oh no, ISIS and Hamas and Hezbollah, no, they're very, very different situations. So I just want to, like, talk about it, because I feel like that there's going to be a lot of disinformation, right, about this. And I feel like, the guys in the Middle East, what a mess, always a mess. It's crazy over there. So anyway, what I think is going to happen is this. So Bibi is going to be pushed out because he doesn't have what it takes to lead a nation or anything really at this point. He is kind of like ideologically, like, he's kind of crazy. He thinks he's a king. He thinks he's like a messiah of some sort, and then he's like, going too far. I think they have good generals over there, people that are smart, people that they see what's happening with objectivity. And I think they're actually gonna, pretty soon, they're gonna take charge. Meanwhile, there's a push, like I said, the US is gonna push back on an effort to create a bigger war, okay? Which is this war that they wanna do, which is not gonna happen, with invading Lebanon again, or doing something with Hezbollah, and then getting Iran, which is a fantasy of theirs, okay, honestly. They have, Netanyahu has always had this weird obsession with Iran. Okay, really, like, it's strange, but and so I think he, in his mind, if he can, let's go get Iran. Why is he doing that? Because now that he got the US support, he wants to drag, and this has been a long-term thing, like, let's drag Israel, let's drag the US into this, and then we can go get it, right? So I don't think it's going to happen, but that's, I think, the agenda here, and that's why we're seeing this, like, confusion. I think, honestly, there's a lot of, like, talk. So, okay, that's exactly, I know, but guys, have you noticed? That's what I've noticed. I think there is a push for this. And I think it's not happening. He's not sick. I mean, there's also the really negative, I don't say, well, it's not PR, but when you see the images of the bombing in Gaza, it looks terrible, right? So it just, it doesn't come off well. And so I think the US does not want to, be, I think if they don't get it, if they don't succeed in, like, moving into this ground invasion or doing something, right, other than just aerial bombardments, it's going to be more complicated. Okay, so anyway, so that's that. So then so it's just like a really interesting moment for the US. So let me just start, then we would just do this introduction. Let me start, if there's like a 3-5 message about Biden, about what is going on right now in the world. And that's right, say, as those people lose grip, and I think it's not just people, but a lot of other people, like, Tehran and so forth, those types, they want war, they want escalation and chaos, because that's how they get power. And so that's why they're pushing for this. Again, I'm not saying that it was absolutely horrific what happened with, right, in the terrorist attack, but they're kind of using it to go into these, like, other avenues so that they can guarantee, okay, power. So that's right. So let's see here. What does Biden know about this? Like, what does Biden know that we don't know about what's going on? And what about the hostages? Okay. Oh, so it's coming back, something that I think I did talk about it, that Biden is very, this is if you live in the US, right? This is a huge thing, the history of hostages. Hostages can sink elections here, so he's very conscious of wanting to get the hostages first thing, and focusing on getting the hostages out. That's his main focus. He's pushing for some sort of diplomacy. And I feel like that's, and I feel like that would mean, I see that Biden is not presenting it as a ceasefire, because he, it's saying like he's not presenting it using the word ceasefire because there is going to be a, they don't want it right now, because, over there in Israel, but it's kind of like what he's intending, okay, which is to have, is just to have this, to de-escalate essentially, and but the push is for something else, okay? So what is going to happen with the goals towards? Is there going to be a increasing conflict with Lebanon, and what's happening with the hostages? Yeah, I see that there's an arm wrestling with Biden, and so Biden's like, no, we're not gonna. You have to do. That's right. No, it's like he's like, stop pushing the button. Let's go to the negotiating table. Let's move to the negotiating table. Let's move to. And I see the BB starts to like. It's like, oh, I don't know. They're just evil. They're, not to say that they're not, but he's using it again for this. Okay, so what is okay? Okay, let's see. What's going on? That's right. So there's Muslim who say they may have provided because he's more close than something. Well, but I think in a way this has been the historical position of the U.S. for a long time. So it's not shocking. Okay, in a way, I can see right that in a way. Okay, so how do we even start? So okay, so I feel like we know that. Okay, let me start. So okay, so let me just ask the big question here, and then we're going to move to the details. But is the U.S. going to engage in get involved in some other Middle Eastern war? Okay, that's essentially this. Beyond supporting Israel, is the U.S. going to provide some like more? I think they want some kind of like a support for something else. No, they're saying absolutely not. No, we don't want it. We don't want no. And I see that is actually, guys, what is the name? I see the face of the head of the military here. Austin? Is it Austin? I see he's like, no, under no circumstance. It's out of the question. He's saying it's a no. No. Okay. So no, we're not going to get into some sort of war. And I see that they are aware of the kind of like snake-like elements, that he's very sneaky and like, oh no, but we can no. They're like, no. And I see that then they strengthen the relationship. There's a person who is a general who is considered center left. I see his face, but I forgot his Gantz, BB Gantz. Okay. So he's more how do you say it? I guess normal is how I would say. He's more normal. And so this is, I think it's going to go into a more measured state. So just wanted to show you this, guys. So what happens, like, I think one of the reasons that it's like they're essentially, I think Bibi wants to go relitigate and go back to Lebanon. Because, guys, this is interesting, right? So there was Lebanese civil war was a mess. It started technically, I think, between 1975, 78, or I think sort of 1975 until even that, it kind of died down 1985, something like that. But in 1978, there was something else where that there's this whole, remember the PLO, right? Okay, the PLO, right? Palestine Liberation Organization, something I don't know what it stands for. Arafat, right? Remember? So in the 70s, they wanted to push the PLO out of Israel, and then the PLO went to ended up going to Lebanon. The PLO went to Lebanon. First, they went to Jordan, which is right there, right? Then they moved to Lebanon, which is also right there in a different, slightly different. So with the excuse of going to get the Palestinians, the PLO people, they invaded Lebanon. And they took apparently about 10% so they stayed in Lebanon for 20 years on and off. Okay, and there were different moments of like they were more intense than others. Like I think technically they invaded once in 75, they came 78, and they came back in 82. But there was this essentially on and off moment, 2 decades, where they stayed in this part of southern Lebanon. And when but what is really interesting about this period, and especially the invasion of Lebanon, is that before Israel went into Lebanon, there was no Hezbollah. It didn't exist. And in fact, the area that the area that where Hezbollah comes from, welcomed them with open arms when they first came into Lebanon, because they hated the PLO. They were messy, they were chaotic. And so at first they liked it, right? And then things changed. So, and why did things change? Because, and this is the craziness about, so Lebanon, there's essentially, I think, 3 different types of religions. There is the Christians, the Mennonites, I think it's called. There's the Shia Muslims, that it's southern Lebanon. And there's these other, I think there's Druze. I don't even know the other third one. I don't quite know where the third one. But since the French left, I think it was, they kind of alternate. They have this weird system of government where like every religion has to be represented. It's really complicated. I don't understand very well. But the point is that once they went into Lebanon, like they started to support, because then what did it do? They supported the Christians in this war. It was very violent, extremely violent civil war in Lebanon. And so they gave money to the I think the Christians, and also what's called SLA, Southern Lebanese Army, which is a Lebanese government army, but essentially like they work for Israel. I think they were connected or something like this. So that is the problem. So then that's when things changed, because then Israel, that they had seen, the locals had thought it was like, oh, they're helping you, or they're whatever. Then they turned against them because they sided with the Christians, and the Christians are connected to France. Because this part of these Christians from Lebanon, they have this like long history with France, going back centuries. I honestly don't quite understand it very well, but they do. They have always been supported by France financially, and that's essentially like how this mess kind of like how it started. The faction started to like how the Hezbollah started. So once Israel came in and this whole thing started with like the Muslims and this other, all these different attacks. It's complicated there were all these like murders and all these things that led to the big explosion of the Lebanese civil war. And then they started, guys, it's complicated to explain how there used to be a different movement. So this is I was like, oh my God, this is so proper. So there used to be another movement before the Hezbollah that was very pacifist. There was it's called Amal, it was called. And the imam that was leading that, he was murdered by Libya. Libya, remember that guy, Benghazi. Remember the guy? It's the same person, that guy, I forgot his name, he died. The guy from Libya, I'm talking about, Gaddafi. So he was invited to go to Libya by Gaddafi to chat, but then it was a plot to kill him. So he goes over to Libya. Nobody ever sees him again, this imam. And he was like this nice guy, he's, relatively nice, right? Like peaceful. And so he was killed by Gaddafi. And then eventually, I think the parts of like I guess the sect, it developed into Hezbollah. And why is it? So then once, I think, so Hezbollah did some things. There's some disputes about whether some people, I think Hezbollah really is responsible for really pushing the Israel out and the Americans out of Lebanon. Like, and this is without a question, okay? Really, this is why, like, when people say Hezbollah is they do acts of terrorism. But ironically, they have become the most powerful army in Lebanon. They guarantee the territorial integrity of Lebanon, which is very strange, right, when you think about it. So over time, and the other thing about Hezbollah, you should know this is the only army that was able to defeat Israel, really, in the region. So over time, they pushed Israel out. There was like this explosion. There was like, so eventually in the year 2000, the UN got involved, long story, but basically they were kicked out of Lebanon. And I think, when you understand this, it's a very long story, too many things happening. But when you understand that Israel occupied Lebanon, southern Lebanon, for 20 years, you understand why they're always throwing rockets, right? Because they don't want them back. Right? That's why, because they don't want them back. So okay, so this is why when people say, so this is why I think Hezbollah is different. It's definitely not Hamas, it's not ISIS at all. It's very different. They have it, and right now Lebanon has a serious economic crisis, right? But at the same time, again, they don't have to worry about the southern border because Hezbollah is over there and they're going to protect it. Okay, so no matter how much money they have or don't have, they're there. They're going to protect it. I don't think there's going to be an invasion for that reason. And I don't think that, I don't really think that, that the US, I think so. In other words, guys, I think they always have to put pressure. Yes, they say they're enemies of Israel, they all this, but I think they just always have to be like, oh, don't come over here. Don't even think of coming over here. You're not stepping back again. You're not coming here. You're going to stay the hell out of here. So, okay, so because again, this is something that it was so traumatic, honestly. Guys, I can't even start this whole thing. I have a friend I had a friend in college. Her dad is Lebanese Christian. I have another friend who's also Lebanese, but Lebanese Muslim. And I never forgot this. I met her dad. It was like around the time of her wedding or something. My friend, Christian Lebanese friend. So she was like, he asked me, he was like, oh, I have another friend, this was Lebanon. And he was like, so is she Christian? It's like, no, she's Muslim. He's like, oh, well, I saw some Muslim people killing my family in front of me. I don't like them. Or something. It was like something kind of, it was, and I was like, oh, okay, well, what am I supposed to say, right? It's being Brazilian, it's very hard to like even think of something like that. It's so crazy. It is so crazy. So, but that's like how, people killed. It was really, really violent. So, no, yeah, Israel, but Audrey, I'm sorry, it has the arms, like at a high level arms, but it was defeated. And why was it defeated in Lebanon? Because of guerrilla warfare. Like the Lebanon is the whole tunnel situation again. They have to go into these tunnels. They have to, it's a grounds thing, right? They have to go into these tunnels, and the people, they own the land, and they know those tunnels. They'll build the tunnels, and that's how they lost. They had to leave, right? So even though they have very powerful weapons, this is the thing that it's like, I know, guys, it's very hard to understand that, but just like in Vietnam, the same thing. The US had much better arms than Vietnam, right? But it lost too. So it's the same situation where people will defend their territory, and you know what I mean? And so, and I think I feel like this whole unresolved issue, all these things that happened in the Lebanese Civil War really kind of set up a lot of situations. Right, because people will fight, and it's like they have, especially in a weird way, because they have nothing. They're poor for the most part. They will fight, right? Because it's like they don't have they don't have a career ambition to like be an executive or something. They're focused in a way. So that's what I think. So and the other thing about Hezbollah, it's a little scary, but it's also important to know. So there was a Syria civil war in Syria, right? That just ended. It was like in 2020, I forgot when. Hezbollah, so what happened is that the president of Syria won the war with the support of Russia, Iran, and Hezbollah, basically. So what happens is that Syria owes a lot to Hezbollah and Iran. And if you look at the map, Syria is right there next to Israel and right next to Lebanon. So Hezbollah has never been more powerful, okay, in the Middle East. Okay, never. So that's why I think we would have to, I know, okay, still, that's right. So in a way, I feel like, yes, Israel has a lot of weapons and powerful weapons, a lot of bombs, but the moment it goes, into the ground, it's probably going to lose again, because it's the same, because this like territory thing is not so easy, and they're very, guys, I know that people also talk about like Iran and Hezbollah, whatever, is like religious, but I think they're ultimately a very powerful paramilitary organization. Okay. And that's what's kind of scary about them, is that they're people say, oh, they're not so crazy. I don't think they are. At this point, they have accomplished a lot. They have a lot of power over there, and they have a lot of wins under their belts. It may be like it's so, and that's what I think is different from like ISIS, right? Where there was a guy in the cave or whatever, Al Qaeda or whatever it was, right? And the crazy people of it's very different. Okay, so that's why, and I think it's anyway, that's why I just want to say this, that like, so it's very complicated. So it's not, so I don't think that it's so, this is, in these wars, guys, especially in the Middle East, everybody's so close together. They can't win. Like, you know what I mean? It's not like the US goes to like some random country really far away and then leaves. It's not gonna, you know what I mean? It's not easy. It's very complicated. There's a lot of like casualties all the time. Okay. So, okay, so that's it. So anyway, so this is that. And I think we should not undermine, this is the thing. I think also the news kind of undermines the power of these organizations. It's very big. And it's very, and I think it's very different from Hamas. Hamas is also, the other thing to know, and then is it too much? Is it too detailed? Maybe it is, I don't know. Another thing to know is that we talked about it, right? Like how Hezbollah and Iran, there's Shia, okay, Portuguese, they say it differently. And Hamas is Sunni. And so it's a different, it's a slightly different religious inclination. And I think because they're embedded in the territory of Israel in a way or another, right? Like it's right inside Israel. It's harder for them to have the autonomy that Hezbollah has to move around. Okay. So anyway, so that was just, that's that. So it's okay. So okay. So that's it. So I don't think, so I think it's like these, and what is interesting is that Bibi is like, so this thing happened exactly with Hamas, and that's what he has to focus on, honestly. He has a good chance of getting rid of Hamas for good, but now he wants to attack Lebanon because I think he wants to create this image of like, oh, let's take over the Middle East again. It's so, and I think they are in a weaker position than before, right? And it's different. It's very different. Okay. That's good to see you, Tony. Okay, so anyway, so that's it. So I just wanted to say this, that it's very different, and then and that's that. So let's go back to. Is it okay? I think that explains, right? Did I talk too much? Sometimes I wonder if I talked too much. Did I have, okay? So let me show this map here, just FYI. Okay, so just to show you. Okay, how it's also close. So this is a map of 2006 map of Lebanon. This is here is okay. This is okay. No, I don't want to see details. Sorry. So this is the blue line demarcation between Lebanon and Israel, established by the UN after the Israeli withdrawal from southern Lebanon after its short 78 division called Operation Litani. So between so it's in some ways like this is the Litani River, right? And I believe this is the area where they focused on before, and you could see right here. And I was talking to a friend of mine, she said her family is from here, right here, this place called Yarun. So it's right there, right next to it, okay? And then you could see this is Syria, right? And imagine like if this is what I was saying, if Syria and here, right, the Lebanon thing, this is a guess. I don't exactly know honestly where the Hezbollah is concentrated, but if they have their allies right here, right, they can all come down and attack. If you think about it visually, even you could see it, how it's really a tough situation. So okay, so then you could see how they would want to kind of still go back and like try to sort of, I think, conquer some of the land, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Okay. So, okay, so just one second, okay, just one more map. If I can find it, okay. Okay, so here, okay, guys, this is, I hope it's not too, okay, is it? So this is, let's see. So this is a strange, it's, if you see it in context, you know how I sometimes talk about it, like how this is, okay, I can't keep pointing to it, but you see here, this is how, look at how small, what is this blue part is Lebanon and Israel. Look at how small it is compared to the other countries, compared to, this is Jordan, right? So the Gaza Strip, this Egypt, and this is so tiny if you think about it. This is why it's like this. Of course, Lebanon has a huge strategic importance, but basically, and that's why I feel like when people say, "Oh, you know, Iran, we can go get Iran," look at the size of. It's not just the size, but the amount of population, right? So, if they go in, look at this, how gigantic the country is in relationship to, like, to Israel, and also here if they come through Syria, right? This part of like northern Iraq and all that, go down all the way. I'm not saying, you know, but you have to keep that in mind of how gigantic it is, right? And how, so, and also, okay, so that's all I have to say. Okay, just that's it. So just to keep it in right, right, exactly, yes. That's right. It's here, Imam al-Sadr. That's it exactly. Conscious leadership. That's why she was saying exactly. It's Imam al-Sadr. That's the one that was killed by Gaddafi that went to Libya that I was talking about. That's the Imam movement. That's it. So 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 that's interesting, right? Okay. That's right. Oh wow, that's cool. That's cool. Oh my God, she grew up interesting. That's right. That's it. And Mom, oh God, goosebumps. So okay, so it's very interesting. Wow, look at that. So yeah, this is, it's sad. Like, you know, he sounded like a really cool person, Imam al-Sadr. He was just, you know, really went to this trip and never came back. It's terrible. There's all these documentaries about it, as you know, I watched all of it. So anyway, so that's the story. So I'm really, guys, you know, I really don't think that it's gonna. This is why I feel like ultimately they're not gonna really do. Uh, wait, is there some kind of heart attack? Was it a story? Is it a rumor? Is it a rumor? That's a rumor, right? Does anybody have like a story? Is it, where does it come from? Is it, is there, okay, let's see. Yeah, I think there's a lot of this, guys, I would not trust unless there's like oh, media reports that Putin had a heart attack. Oh no, I'm no sad for him. Oh my God, okay, is it true? Is it, guys, you know, oh my God, guys, is it? Okay, I'm sorry, but you know, I'll have a party. Really, are we gonna have a party? Have a party? I did not know this. Okay, wow, I'm so sad. I'm really so sad. You can see the sadness in my face. No, that's right, guys. You know, I looked it up. It's true. A lot of places, not just the mirrors can be shady, but look at the ones. Sky News even, okay, Mirror, you know, still it is a lot of places. Daily, right? So there's a lot. Okay. Wow, sad for him. Oh no, no, no. No, 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 no. Oh, no, no, no. Please somebody save him. Oh, oh, heart attack, huh? Huh? Had a heart attack? He did? Oh, yeah. Oh. Sad for him. Sad for him. He's a good person. My God, he's a good person, no? Don't you think? He's a great guy. He's a great guy. Oh my God, we're gonna have this. This is a great day. Okay, guys, really, I'm sorry. Like, is it bad? But I think I'm probably not alone in this. Probably not alone in this, right? Oh. Then I'm very happy. Guys, imagine the day that he dies, it will be a beautiful day. Don't you think, seriously? So let's look at this. My God. Wow. What? What? Oh my God, let's see. Let's see. What? Oh my God, that'll be so good. That'll be so good. Let's see. Oh wait, hold on. Let me just settle on one. I have to find one article. Okay, let's see. So the BBC, let's see, BBC Putin. I don't know. Hmm. Oh, oh. Found on the floor. Oh. Found on the floor. Oh no. Wait, I didn't see, guys, there's some of them could be, I don't know, some of them are not super, but let's just look at this one. If you have a headline from BBC, because I'm not finding it, sometimes it's hard, when I'm looking. Claims Telegram channel. So again, well, let's see. It would be nice, honestly. It would be nice. Okay, hold on. All right, let's see. I don't know, guys. I was gonna post, but I don't really know that's right. Hard nows for the drink. So let's see here. Let's see, guys. I don't know. Do you have again? Let's see if you have a link from a legitimate source that is not like There's a lot of random websites that I saw this thing. So, but I don't know if Heart put. Let's see. Putin Heart. Let's see again. Let's see if I can find another one here. Another search. Okay. Okay, so this is probably the best. So this is unverified. Okay, so this is how we should take it. Reports Vladimir Putin suffered a suspected cardiac arrest. There are unverified reports this morning. The Russian President Putin has suffered a suspected cardiac arrest. This channel regularly reports about his ill health, but there's a lot, guys. I really do think that if it's not confirmed, there could be, sometimes there's disinformation because I think we wanted so much for this to happen. So let me just leave it there and then go look into it. Okay, so what is going on in his health? Did he have a heart attack? Let's see, what is going on in his health? Did he have a heart attack? Oh. Oh, no, so for him. So, okay, so I tell you what I do see. Okay, so I do see this is coming back and it's strange. Coming back to me here. I see foamy at the mouth. He's foamy at the mouth. So I almost wonder if it's a poison. I don't know that that's a symptom of heart attack. Some inorganic, chemical have entered his bloodstream in some way. So that's right. So And then I see him, then I see the next image is him at a hospital bed of some sort. And he's like completely out of it. And then I see the next image is it's not a, that religion, guys, they have this hat, the religion, they have Orthodox something. And it's a hat that is like this. It's a man wearing black. It's a priest wearing black. And he has a hat that is like almost like layers of cake or something. Like not cake, it's just like it's like a hat that is like this. And I wonder if it's giving him the last rites. Is that right? Last rites. Let's see. Why do I see that? I see that the priest has this, he has a, smell. What is it called? He has what is it, sage or something? You know how sometimes I know Catholic churches, they have the smell thing. Episcopal too, right? I forgot the name. Yeah, I've seen casts coming to the events, but what I see is I think it's like the priest is like saying goodbye. Let me actually ask, what is that? Let's see if this is true. So let's see, priest Russian Orthodox. Black hat. Let's see if there's because I see this thing. Oh, that's right. They wear this thing, huh? Oh, that's right. Oh my God, guys, look at this. It's kind of creepy. Whoa. Incense, death, rights. Let's see. I'm like that because that's kind of like what I'm seeing. Russian. Oh no. Oh, okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Wow. Okay, okay. No, because it's saying here that they wear black. Even the priests wear all of the, okay. Oh my God, look at this. Guys, is that okay? Okay, bless the bodies of fallen Russian soldiers with incense. Let's just see here. Oh my God, look at this. Sorry, guys, I'm gonna get distracted here. I have to go back. Okay, 1 second. Let's see here. This is important because this is important. Okay, hold on. Okay. Guide to an Orthodox Christian funeral. Okay. Oh. Okay, if death is imminent, a priest should again be called immediately. Oh, so, that's right. So that's right. So, anyway, so that's what I get. Okay, so I think it's possible. I think it's possible that it is okay. That it is wow, and that is happening. Although guys, I mean, okay, even though I see sometimes you could see things that is not immediate. But I think he's in the throes of it. I think it's possible. Okay, I don't want to think because the guy he has done several deals with devils. So, seriously, that he is maybe the devil. But don't you think? I think he has Wow. So that's right. So no, I see. So the things that I see that when I see things like this, I think they're real. Is like that his eyes are rolling back, his mouth is foaming, and there's a priest with this incense and the black hat and the big cross on top of. It's like a giant cross. What is this? There's I don't know, this priest wearing black with all the smoke and a giant like rat. Is it right? Like I think it's very like almost goth looking. Okay, I don't know if is that right? Like there's something like a giant cross. Is that right? I think I wonder if somebody knows about this customs that they just have like a huge cross. Let's just say oh my God, look at this, guys. Okay, let me show you this image. I don't know if this is contemporary. Wow, it's kind of creepy looking, honestly. Mm. Patriarchs. That's it. Look at this, guys. I told you there's a giant. I don't know if this is okay. So this is okay. Look at this image. It's something like this. Look at the giant cross that he has on the hat. Something like this, and it's like I don't know. I don't know, guys. This to me, this writing looks like Greek, not Russian. But it has this is the cross is so huge, like relative to the. So let's see here. I guess they call it, what do they call patriarch? Hat church. That's right. Oh, that's right. Hmm. Oh my God, this is it. So this is the one that is his priest. His name called Kirill. He's kind of creepy. The guy in black here. Okay, so let me show you this. Sorry, am I completely off? So you see this guy here, the one who's wearing the black thing. See, like in the center, it is like the giant. It's very like kind of honestly looks goth or creepy to me. So, interesting, interesting. Oh, interesting. That's right. That's right. Wow. Oh, thank you. No, thank you. Very nice. Thank you, conscious leadership coach Joelle. So that was cool. It's cool. Wow. So no, so that's right. So guys, like keep showing me the foamy at the mouth of Putin, and he's like foamy. I don't see. I mean, then also, how would they know there's a heart attack, right? How would you know there's a heart attack? You have to figure out what the person had. So it's right. I see this foamy in the mouth and the eyes rolling back. And it shows me again the air, like the air, what is it called? Something coming from the air. Hello, Christine. Christine is a specialist, so thank you. I just and I see the guy with this and I see the women that are like the nurses. They're very like, of course they're scared, right? They don't want to. I see nothing. I hear nothing. I'm just doing my job. But I see. Wow, wow. So then I see then I see, guys. It's so weird. I've seen this in Brazil. Sometimes you have it's a mesh. When you have the mosquito net, is a net. Something looks like a mosquito net, but it's transparent white on top of the bed. There's this veiled net, and he sits there. His body is like still like a baby, but maybe he's not. It's kind of. Is that right? Poison through an air. That's right. But I see he's already, and I see why does he look like a baby? So weird. So situations are creepy. So wow, very weird, very weird. So okay, let me ask. So, oh, by the way, when you guys talked about Boris, Boris Berezovsky, who's come here, and he's drinking, he's like, yeah, I'm celebrating. I think he's drunk. And he shows me that he's drinking. It's a very specific look of, to me, it looks like, Porto wine, what that is, like sweet wine. He's drinking it. I wonder if there's some kind of meaning to this. So he's, okay, so actually, is there something you got, anybody know that is like, okay, funeral, drinking. Okay, so glass, I guess, is vodka. Black bread and vodka, okay. Interesting. Yeah, it shows that it's like this elaborate little glass, and he's drinking it. So he's like, no, but he's not. It's interesting. He's not happy. He's just like, yeah, he happy. Like, yeah. So okay, Boris, hello, Boris? Can you check? Has he arrived to the other side? Is he there? No, not yet. Not yet, Rose. No, no, look, that's right here. Okay. Right here. Oh, interesting. Zlivovitz, a plum-based alcoholic drink. Interesting. Let me look it up because I see that there's like this very little crystal glass. Zlivovitz glass. Let's see, because I saw there was a oh my God, that's right. Because it was this very elaborate little crystal, like oh, that's right, tiny glasses. That's it, tiny little glasses he was drinking. But the way that the glass looks, it was just very elaborate. And he was drinking this from this little glass. Okay, so, but I say it's Serbian, I don't know. But anyway, okay, so let's just ask. So is Putin dead, or is he going to die in the next week? I just said it's a question. Is Putin dead, or is he going to die in the next week? Oh, painful. A long time pain in the house. Oh no. Oh, look, somebody cut him up. Oh yeah, we cut him. That's it. Cut him from the government. That's it. He was cut from the government. Okay. Child, a new person who has experience. They're not clear who's going to go. The snake. Okay, guilty. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So is it? I don't know, guys. Honestly, I feel like he's not there quite yet. Oh, and you know what I see there? Okay, I do think it was poison because it showed me immediately these crystals in the liver. You know how actually, if a person is poisoned, there's a lot of issues. It immediately harms the liver, and it's like these crystals that are stuck in the liver. And then almost like these weird crystal formations that are like in the liver, and then he's sweating. I see them putting like sweating a lot, sweating a lot. So actually see crystal. Liver poisoning. Yeah, I see that there's like this weird like crystals that get stuck in the liver. Okay, oh wow, it's saying, guys, look at this, hepatic cholesterol crystals and crown, like what causes crystallization of liver? Wow. What does it mean? Look at this, it's so crazy. Okay, let's look it up together here, we'll share. How weird. Okay, here, what does it mean when you have crystals in your liver? It means you're about to die. No, I'm not quite. Okay, normally your bile contains of chemicals to dissolve the cholesterol, but if your liver excretes more than cholesterol, then your bile can dissolve the cholesterol. Okay, interesting. Oh, interesting. Crystal, okay. It's very interesting. Crystal liver poisoning. See. Interesting. Oh, Mm. That's right. Anyway, so it's interesting. I can go spend hours doing that, but it's so interesting, right? Like, wow. So what should we okay, what's gonna happen in, let's say, what's happening in Russia next? What is happening in Russia next? Is Putin still the president? Oh, oh no. Oh no. Please, please. JLR, she loves this card. Okay, so oh no, coffin. Coffin for the ham. There's a coffin over there. I wonder. Really? Oh, oh. This is lack of clarity. There stress. Oh no. Stress. This is the Kremlin, right? Oh no. Oh no. Mm, mm. No. Oh. There's a new person. They're prepared. They don't know. They're figuring out who's going to be the next person. So I think, guys, I because in the past I had seen it so much that he was going to be gone, and he's still around. So wow, wow, wow. Okay, so okay, the guys, and then I should go. But you know what? I have a question. Let's go. Let's go to like a way to ask about it is like, is Biden going to receive? What does Biden know about Putin, his health, in the next month or something? What does he know? Does he hear? Does he have phone calls or something? Does he? Wow. So okay, then what happens next? So I see that he receives a phone call because this isn't, of course, high level, like serious if it doesn't happen, that there's a lot. And I see this, it's interesting. I see this image of the sky. Like, when you wake up and it's snowing, and it's this image of like it's snowing and it's dusk, is that right? And then I see that there's a lot of medical cars, and then there's movement reported coming out of one of, there's something there. So he's waiting to hear, and then it's saying that we have to wait until Putin appears in public, if he appears in public. So that's right. So interesting, guys. Wow. That's so okay. So what if it does happen? Well, guys, and then I see Biden hanging up and like, whoa, I need a whiskey. Yeah, he's so happy. Biden is that's like she's so happy. Biden is so happy that God willing. Oh my God, yes. So that's right. And that they don't know, they'll have to wait until, and it's saying this, that Putin is scheduled to speak in some conference sometime, or go to somewhere he has something, and if he doesn't show up, they will know, right? They said they have like a body double or whatever, but it's interesting, guys. Wow, fascinating. The war in the Middle East, that's right. So this is so interesting, right? Hmm. So we'll see, guys. I don't know. I think we need some time. We need some time. So how does what's going on in the Middle? So tell me more about the Middle East and everything. So I just feel that guys, in a lot of ways, this almost like the energy is de-escalation in general, even though those people, the bad people want us to be distracted. That's, you know what I mean? That even though there's a lot of the bad things wanting chaos, also I feel like um, there's another energy that is like, this is not gonna last for too long. So okay, so guys, we'll see. Oh my God, oh my God. Whoa, can you imagine? Okay, so anyway, so this is the guys, okay, this is a wow. So anyway, so that's that. Okay. Wow. Hmm. Wow. Wow. So, okay, so no, somebody, guys, I cut my own hair. I always cut my hair, try to cut my hair once a month. So it's just that I use the hair, the hair dryer thing. So anyway, so this is guys, I hope I'm not, how to survive, that's right. It's what a mess, what a mess. So I feel like, I know I always tend to sound like, I'm always very positive, right? So, wow. So did we guys, I'm sorry, I'm distracted as there's so many, but I hope I feel bad. Did I talk too much? I probably talked too much about the Lebanon thing, but I'm not worried. I really am not worried. I think everything's gonna be okay. I think the escalation is what's gonna happen. I pray for the hostages. I want them to be released as soon as possible. Okay. Wow. Oh, good night. Okay, good night. Good night, guys. Okay. Wow. So, okay. Anyway, all right, okay. Yeah, no, thanks, God. I feel bad. Did I say something like, terrible? Like I'm like, do you guys think that I'm like, oh, some pro Hezbollah person? No, but it's just like I was just telling you like how it is, over there. Can you imagine? Imagine living in the Middle East. What a mess. I don't think I'll ever go there. It's so scary. It's scary, guys. But it's interesting, right? Very interesting. Anyway, so still Putin, right? Yeah, I don't know. But you guys paid attention, right? I think if he's in the throes of it, but like I said, because they have the deal with the devil, I think anything could happen, right? He could last a long time. So I wouldn't, let's see until the end of this week. If he doesn't appear, he doesn't show up again. Oh, Trump faces Michael Cohen in court tomorrow, huh? Wow. Yeah, but I just see that Trump is like and I feel like he feels weakened. Okay, so we'll talk, but we'll talk on Thursday. I'm sorry, on Wednesday. All right. Okay. Sorry. I hope I'm not too distracted. All right. So, okay. Okay. All right, guys. So, okay. All right. So, good night. Okay. Good night. Sorry. I know I feel like, why do I apologize? So funny. Yeah, no, did I even may have this, maybe not. Maybe it's too complicated. Uh, so, wow. Let's see, is there anything else? No, that's right. They're saying that I think Biden is really going to push for de-escalation. That at least we're not in the danger of escalating further. That's a good thing, right? That's a good thing. Okay.